Welcome back to another episode of the Bro Monroe Show, hosted by El Paso's funniest bros. Please enjoy and don't be a weenie.
Yeah, welcome to another edition of the Bro Monroe Show. I'm one of your hosts, Milo, and that's it.
Milo the Madman.
Milo the Madman.
What's up? What's Gucci, bro?
All of a sudden, because you're fucking button up and shit.
All
If you're going to bring up this button up all episode long.
Take it off right now. Take it off right now. My name is Ray Zombie, Ray Ruckus, Thick Flair, a.k.a. your Thea's favorite homie, a.k.a. too many a.k.a.s. What's good, everyone? Happy Sunday.
Hello. I'm Andrew, Downtown Drew, 2-Key Drewski. What else? Drewski, Downtown
Sunday
Drew,
Drews.
Sunday Drew. Oh, today is Sunday, so it's the Sunday Drews. Daddy Drew. Daddy, Dada.
Papi.
Was good.
El Papuchon.
Papuchon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a very, very, very special guest. Coming all the way from, I'll let you do it, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
My name is Enrique Lozano. I'm a chef all the way from Socorro, Texas, and representing El Paso all the way.
Hell yeah,
man.
dude.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
915 to the fullest.
Yes, sir.
And Socoloco.
El Chuco.
The 27, right? That's your zip code out there? 7927?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the 27.
Is it 27?
Yeah, it's
How do you know
27.
these things?
Bro, come on, dog. I know things. I drink and I know. Hey, I drink and I know these things, and I know things.
They say that like the 27 is the biggest zip code in Texas.
Oh, no way.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's crazy.
I know the biggest, like most populated is 36, right?
It was at one point.
It was?
It was at one point.
It was at one
I
point?
think now it's 27.
Oh, shit. Wow.
That's wild, man.
Wow.
Do you guys know the population of El Paso?
It's like 600K, no?
Yeah.
Like 630?
680.
It was 600. It was 600,000 10 years ago.
Oh, shit. What is it now? Do you know? Stay away.
I don't know. Well, the whole metropolitan region is what, 2 million, including Juarez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's including.
We stay growing, bro.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't even put the official numbers, so who knows? We're probably already in the millions. but,
It
you
trips me out how much we've grown. Like, do you remember as a kid? Did you ever go to the Sportsplex or play
Yeah.
at the Sportsplex?
No.
Do you remember back then, like the East Side, like was just Zaragoza and then like nothing else after that. Like it was trippy, right? Like, but you had Sanelli still, like,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about like north of I-10.
Yeah, it was
So
weird.
like it was trippy. Like there was nothing out there. Now
desert.
that shit's just like fucking like its own city now. You know?
Yeah. dude. I trip out because my uncle bought a house over by Montwood High School back when they barely built Montwood High School,
Okay.
and it was his house was like the last one in the neighborhood, dude.
Yeah.
And like that's crazy, man. Because like now you cruise by there and it's like
Oh,
so
dude.
densely populated, man.
Dude, when I was
me out.
living out there by Pebble Hills with Matty G, dude, we were the last house on the block. Like, there was no street behind us. And then next thing you know, there was a street. And now it's like tons.
That's
There's
crazy.
a bunch of schools that opened up
I have
too.
a question that just popped up in my head. So Milo's from the Northeast. Grew up in
Central,
a
Valley,
lot of different
East.
places. Central. I grew up in South Central Jefferson area. You grew up in Socorro. Let me ask you this: if you could choose any place to live in El Paso right now, like if you had a choice to buy a house, get a house built, where would you want to live?
79903, baby. Street.
That's a Manhattan.
No, right here.
That's here.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like my neighborhood.
I'm going to say the Valley, the Mission Valley, just because of one reason and one reason only is because I want farmland, but I want like inexpensive farmland. So it has to be in the Mission Valley. I don't want to go to Upper Valley.
What about you, Enrique?
I would say like the by Dyer what is it north?
I guess it's like Central,
Like north.
Central, northeast, yeah. But
Northeast Central.
like
By the Chicos, you mean?
yeah, like but behind it.
Okay.
Oh, so that's kind of like the
Manhattan Heights.
That's
Okay.
793, I think. Yeah, I know exactly.
Ah.
Like it was like Fort Boulevard and like yeah, all those,
Altura
like,
and all that.
Yeah,
That just
Hamilton.
I mean when you go in there, it just feels different. It's
Yeah,
like
dude.
a
Dude,
different-
that'd be my second choice.
I did some time there, so I lived with Figgy Smalls there for a while off Hamilton.
Yeah, you did.
And then I had an apartment off of Piedras.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's right.
That was
Dude.
haunted, bro.
Dude, it was.
But I never saw anything when I stayed there.
well, we'll save
Yeah,
that
we'll
for the
save-
haunted. We'll save that for the haunted by episode.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, so Central is fucking awesome. But I guess if I had to choose, I've always been like I've always been like just wowed by like the scenic drive area. If I could get a home somewhere like on that fucking
I don't know, maybe.
ridge, and then just overlooking the city, like I think so that would be mine.
Dude,
Like, if
I
I could live somewhere like on that mountain, like overlooking the city, you know, that to me that would be great.
Dude, I had my dad's friend was telling me that he had moved into a house right there with his wife, and they got a divorce or whatever, and he was still staying in that big ass house somewhere by that park, right? Grandview Park maybe, or I don't know what it's called, but it's right there off of like Alabama area.
Newman.
Maybe. There's a few
various parts.
So he was there. There was like a big ass house. He said that it was super haunted, that he couldn't sleep for like weeks and weeks. So he had to just sell it because it was too haunted, bro.
Newman, that's the one.
Maybe.
I love taking my girls there.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's where Voldemort's brother lives.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So then that park.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that
one.
park is nice.
That's a
bro.
nice
It is
park.
nice.
That is a nice park.
Bro, you have the scenery of the fucking mountains in your background.
Beautiful.
It's great.
Beautiful.
Like, and I'm just mostly like about scenic views. So like where I reside, like I want to be able to like post up on my porch or back porch and just like crack open a cold one and just enjoy the view.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like putting
like-
a bunch of curtains on my windows, and I don't want nobody looking.
Close
in. I'm not
everybody
looking
out. Close everybody out.
out.
Yeah.
Playing some fucking emo music and shit.
I like running around my house while looking.
Why
out
are you
windows.
blasting The Cure, Milo? Are you okay?
Nice. All right, Chef. So I had a question for you. I know we talked about, having your epic story, party story, wild story, whatever story you want to share. You can change names, but it's got to be real. Something you were a part of, something you heard of, just whatever you want to share. Bless us.
Yeah.
It could be scary too if you want. It doesn't have to be.
It was a little scary, but no. So it has to deal with I don't know how familiar you guys are with Cartel de Santa.
No,
I've heard of.
It's like
I have no idea.
the biggest rap Mexican
Yeah.
band ever.
Is that the one that sings about that he got like his nudes leaked or something like that? Is that him? Cartel Santana or something?
Wait. How does that one song go? Dude, tell me.
Oh wait, that's not.
I don't know.
There's that one catchy. All right. Well.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. 'Cause I know that what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Well, they're very big in Mexico in some other parts. But it's like a gangster rap. Like they're the ones that kind of started the whole Mexican gangster rap shit. My uncle's a part of it. His name's Big Man. Well, they call him Big Man. This is the Big Man de Juarez, and he did a few songs with him. They have a big song out like on YouTube, Doctor Marijuana, and it's like millions of views, whatever.
No way.
When was it? I want to say like 3 years ago when we had El Charlatan. My uncle hit us up because they were gonna come down to La Feria in Juarez. And he was like, "Hey, can you cater the dinner for them?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah!"
You're like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah. Like any kitchen that you work on, and I've been in Chicago, I've been in Austin. Everybody jams to Cartel de Santa, so it's like a big kitchen thing, yeah. And so I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah!" So anyway, we ended up going. What I didn't know was that we're gonna be catering the party at 4 a.m. after the concert. Yeah. So, I went to Juarez. I have a few chef friends over there. Went to one of their kitchens. They lent it to me to do all the prep for the stuff.
So you worked out of Juarez?
Yeah, and my uncle was like, "Hey, I got you guys backstage passes for the concert." And I was like, "Oh, let's go." So we went. We had everything set up so somebody was gonna take us the food to the hotel where they were staying at. We were at the concert. The shit was fucking amazing.
Dude, so the food was for the after party.
Yeah, but take into account these guys are already in their 50s, 60s, so they don't party like they used to, but they still party.
Yeah, dude.
But so it was all party throughout.
So you had some Ensure on deck.
Yeah, that technically no. They
you had some Ensure, some something for their digestion.
What was really interesting was that my uncle was like, "Hey, this is a list of all the dietary restrictions for the main singer, for Babo."
Babo, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the dude. Yeah, I know
El Babo.
You're fucking. I know you saw his porno, bitch.
Nah.
That's what he was asking. He's like,
Because I know, I jam out to that song with that chick. I don't know. Well, I'll show it to you afterwards.
Papi, súbame la mini.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That one song. What is that?
I don't know. That's a good song though. It's a good party song.
Fuma marihuana.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So
Alexa.
but well, she was there too. Kelly Ruiz.
Carely Ruiz.
No.
Don't Google her.
Yeah. Is it Carly Ruiz or Kelly?
Oh, I don't know.
No, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly.
Kelly?
But yeah, so she was cool. They were all fucking cool. Like, hey, you want a picture? Fuck it, yeah. And so anyway, we were there. And I was telling you about the dietary restrictions, and this guy's like, he can't have any meat, like any red meats. He can't have any pork. It's like only like seafood and chicken.
Well, that's terrible.
And it's like, well, what the plan was is that we're gonna do like something like regional, so like carne asada. And I was like, fuck. So like, I have to go get some fucking salmon for this guy, and like all this like, it is like I can't have like fats and can't have like extra seasonings. And I was like, all right. So,
what the fuck?
but I mean, shit we're used to. But like from this guy, I was like, this guy's a fucking gangster.
Does anyone have some fucking oatmeal?
Is it because like there's something wrong with his stomach? Or?
Yeah, I mean, all the fucking years of like, you know, whatever. Like, it's like this guy's like on a fucking strict shit.
And he's 50?
He's like 60
Oh.
something. Yeah.
Like,
I was about to say that. Like, I forget.
damn. Shit.
So
Don't ever cut me off the red meats.
yeah, no, for real. But so yeah, it was like, okay, we made sure we got like him catered or whatever, and then the concert was almost over. We had to get back to the hotel. We get to the hotel. It was like 2 a.m. We start setting up. I got a bunch of my friends from Juarez and from here. I took my best friend Gil, who's also like wherever I do a new project, like he's my like right hand man. So
He's your sous chef?
exactly, yeah, sous chef.
What's his name?
Gil.
Gil.
Gil, yeah. And so anyway, we're all there. We're setting up, and then people start coming down, different people, and then at the end, it's this guy Bob Wright with his like fucking big ass bodyguards and shit. I was like, so he gets in line now to the thing, and then I'm over here like kind of like in the sheds like with like helping everybody, and then like Gil's like at the very front, and then he's like, oh, what do you guys? I can speak in Spanish too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So he's like,
We have a
Lo que caiga, bro.
We have a huge following in Juarez.
Yeah, we do.
Hell yeah, no. So, well, they're gonna like hearing about cartel, but he's like, pues, ¿qué hicieron? He's like, got this like super deep voice, like, oh, ¿qué hicieron aquí? Well, at first he's like, ¿quién es Enrique? He was like, oh, it's this guy over here. Like, oh, it was mucho gusto, gracias por hacer todo esto. And he's like, you're Mari's son, right? And I was like, oh shit, like he knows my mom, but
That's
I mean,
fucking
obviously
cool.
he's like,
Yeah.
he's like he works with my uncle, but it was still like, what the fuck? He's
Yeah.
like,
You're
hey.
taken aback by that.
Yeah,
like,
because
what the fuck?
well, my mom had just passed away like a year before that. And he was like, oh, pues, lo siento mucho por tu jefita, carnal. Aquí estamos, por lo que sea. I was like, oh, shit, fucking dope. Like, all right, cool. So then he's going to get his shit. And then he was like, oh, pues, mira, aquí le hicimos un salmón para usted, en la barria, whatever, boom, boom, boom. There's like some veggies here. And he's like, oh, órale, gracias. And then he's like, boom, boom, he gets his shit. And then we have like a bunch of like sauces that we made like for everybody. And he's like, ¿cuál es la salsita que no pica? And then he's like, Gil's like, oh, pues, eso está el arroz. And the fucking, the guys that I had like
Helping you out?
The kitchen that they're helping out. I was like, hey guys, make me a green sauce that's not spicy and make me a red sauce that's spicy. And they did it fucking backwards.
Oh no,
Bro, how do you,
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming, bro.
how do you do that? You just like water it down, or
No, well, I mean, it's the chilies that you use.
Yeah,
Yeah, the chilies and like the way
So
you
you-
prepare it.
So you guys gave him the spicy one?
No, well, it was. No, I'm luckily not. Nah, but,
I was about to say, damn, his ulcers are acting up and shit with
Yeah.
the salsa. Like, damn.
so he was like, no, pues mire, la roja es la que no pica, la verde sí pica. He's like, oh, pues qué es esta? Oh, it's una salsa tatemada, whatever. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, what about this red one? He's like, no, esa sí está picosa. He's like, oh, no, it's not, no está picosa. He's like, fuck. He's like, all right, well, give me the green one. He's like, no, es que esa sí está picosa. And then he's like,
esa no.
He was like,
shit.
he's like, pues le recomiendo la roja. And then Bob was like, ya te dije que no como salsa roja, güey. We're like, oh, fucking, like,
he was about to flow or what?
Yeah, he's about to
Yo te
fucking-
dije que no la salsa roja.
So everybody kind of like stops what they're doing because this guy kind of raised his voice. And we're like, whoa, fuck, what the fuck's about to go down?
I thought you were gonna say he whipped out his dick, bro.
I think you saw the porno, dog.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I fucking knew it.
You showed it to me, bitch.
So yeah, he's like, dije que no como salsa roja, güey. And then Gil's like, oh, fuck. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, but perdón, no, pues la verde. He's like, nah, this is cool.
Aquí tengo un ketchup. Un ketchup. Un ketchup.
So then he's getting all the other shit. It's like, and then he's like, he comes back to Gil and he's like, hey, güey, un limoncito. And we fucking forgot to like take limes, you know, for the carne asada, bro.
No.
So that Gil's like, fuck, like another strike. He's like, hey, no tenemos limones, jefe. He's like, he looks at it, he's like, sin matter. He just fucking takes off. Like, bro. Fuck, like, he's like, damn, it's tracked out with Babo, bro. Like, it's like.
You had one job, bro. You had one job.
So, like, it was the whole story of, like, fucking up with, like, one of the biggest fucking rap artists in the world. So it's like, fuck, like, it was pretty crazy.
So I mean, he wasn't after that. Was he good?
Nah, yeah,
he was good.
Cool. And what was crazy is that like we got like a shit ton of beer. We got like 4 30 packs of Dos Equis and shit.
Nice.
And between like us, like we were drinking, but them like the whole it was like 30 of them. Like they drank like 4 beers.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Like
so
their
it's
whole their whole crew, like their entourage.
Yeah.
Tomando un cafecito mejor.
No, well, they were smoking and shit, but
okay.
like, they were smoking a lot. But
They were probably
it was,
partied out.
Yeah, they were partied out. They were like, damn.
I mean, if you're in your 60s, you can't be drinking every day anymore, dude.
That's
like,
crazy.
Especially at 4 a.m.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that's wild. Dude, I can't even fucking stay up past 10 anymore. I'm over here fucking
That's
struggling.
a fucking badass story, bro.
That is a badass story,
it's
dude.
Prepared food for fucking.
So you said they performed at the La Feria?
Yeah.
When was this?
Like 2 years ago, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, you know what? The last time I did go to the La Feria was in the year before COVID hit. After COVID hit, I haven't gone back.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I don't know. I mean, you know how it is.
That's fucking crazy.
The last time I went to La Feria,
Hectic as fuck.
fucking Chanclas took me. And
Shout out to Chanks.
Shout out to Chanclas. But this motherfucker, like, he caught me, like, off guard because, like, he knows I don't like to go to Juarez anymore. Like, I used to go to Juarez when, like, I was 18, 19, and this was, like, in 2005, 2006, right? So this was, like, before, like, shit starting crazy. Oh, yeah. So, like, we were there, like, all the time, bro. And it was a good time, but, like, 10 years later, like, one of my homies was like, he's from Juarez, and he's like, let's go to Juarez, bro. Like, let's go. Like
come through and shit.
Like, I'll take care of you. Like, you're good. You're good. And I was like, nah. We're good. Like, I'm good. Like, I already like experienced Juarez. Like, I don't want to. There's no need for me to go back. Like, fuck that. Like, I'm scared now. Like, legit, I'm scared, bro.
I'm scared.
I'm fucking scared. Dog.
I'm scared.
Well, I don't know. Tell me why. Like, this motherfucker. Like, we're out drinking. We're out day drinking on a Sunday, and we get kind of fucked up and or whatnot. And he asked me, and I'm like, he caught me at a good time. I'm like, fuck, I'm down. Like fuck it, let's go. Like, I'm already drunk. Like, let's go. Like, I'm down. So we went to La Feria, and we went to go see Los Angeles Azules.
Oh yeah.
So like that was a fucking pretty big name fucking like band, you know? Like it's a dope ass shit. But dude, that was the wildest time. Like this motherfucker, like we're leaving, bro. We're coming back to El Paso, and like this motherfucker's driving like shit. Like in Juarez.
What?
And I've
Until
already
they drive out there, it's a norm.
I know,
It's a
right?
norm.
Dude, and I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? We're gonna get pulled over. And he's like, no pasa nada.
No pasa nada,
We're
mijo,
good,
no
we're
pasa
good.
nada. No pasa nada, mijo,
Bro,
no pasa nada, mijo.
We fucking make it to the fucking bridge. I don't know how the fuck we make it to the bridge. And we're on the bridge, bro. And then we're waiting, like, whatnot. And then to the left of us, there's a fucking car that's on fire, bro.
What?
Dude, a car caught fire.
That's how crazy he was driving?
Yeah.
He caught a car on fire.
Yeah. So, fuck you, Chunkless. So that's all I gotta say.
Hey, Chef, I wanted to ask you, how's Bobby Flay in person? Because I have a personal beef with him, and it's on some stupid shit. I used to watch Entourage. If anybody knows the Entourage reference where Bobby Flay comes in and takes Miss Ari, little Miss Gold, Ari's wife, Nah, you guys remember that shit?
I've never,
I never
watched
saw
that.
Bro, it's Entourage is amazing. You guys gotta watch Entourage.
I've never had cable until 2020, bro.
Bitch, shut up. You fucking watch all the other HBO shit.
Because
Oh,
of HBO Max.
shout out to Entourage, Bobby. It's just backstory.
Yeah.
You know, he goes in and pretty much swoops in on Miss Ari Gold's wife, takes her and blah blah blah, a little affair, whatever. That's how. But it's I'm just being stupid. I mean, I don't have anything against him. I've never seen his shows though, but I know you were on his show recently.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that too?
Yeah.
Because I know my boy got some questions for you over here. He was
Yeah.
ready because I know there was some chile colorado involved and all this and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to talk to us about that real quick.
There's some food involved. There's some food involved.
There better be food involved, bro.
Nah, yeah. I mean, before I went down to the shows, like Bobby, like to me, Bobby was like kind of like this stuck up like chef, you know, celebrity person more than a chef. But when I got into the shows, like when I first met him, like the dude's like super legit, you know, like down to earth. And I mean, the first thing he did was offer me a shot. So yeah.
A shot of what?
It was Casamigos.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
When
Some
you meet
tequila?
somebody, you get some tequila and
El
shit.
tequilazo.
Yeah, so it was like so yeah, and
You think he offered you a tequila because he knew you were Hispanic or what?
nah, they had it there. Like it was like
He's like, no, I do this with everyone.
It's a house soup. It's a house soup.
It's a house.
not well. He's like we should usually don't do this, but like he's like, do you want a shot and stuff? It was like
Damn.
like I could tell that he was like really impressed by like the way that I had cooked, because it was like before I actually like shook his hand like and met him, I had to do like the first round against somebody else. And they were like really impressed, like how I like handled the first round and shit. And obviously, I won the first round, and then I went up against him. But he was telling me, he's like, dude, I'm worried. He's like, obviously behind the scenes, he's like, I hope we can bring it. He's like, I like the way you cook. I like the way you season shit and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Like right off the bat, it was like, and then when I saw him cook like against me, it was like, fuck, like this guy's like 5 different people in one. I mean, obviously, like. It's all pretty much like, you know, it's a show. So they got to make sure it runs smoothly. So you do have help from like people, but they don't help you cook. They just tell you like, this is where this shit is or whatever, you know. And like, they tell you like, hey, well, like, you know.
I know. And I'm always curious. Like, obviously, it's premeditated, like what you're going to cook. So you obviously have to have everything like stocked up in the back, like what all the ingredients you're going to use, right?
Yeah, not for the first round.
Not for the first round?
For the first round, this is a surprise. And you get like the only time you get to kind of like, I guess think about what you're gonna make is like when they like say cut, like you know, readjust and then we'll shoot again, and it's like 5 minutes.
So I saw your first round. You did the carne asada, right? There
Yeah,
was like a steak
like
type.
a tostada, yeah, volcán.
So on that part right there, was it like given to you like you got to do this, or was it like did you choose, or how did that like happen? Like if you want to talk to us from the beginning, how it goes, like because I mean we haven't been on any shows.
Yeah.
Most people haven't been on any shows. Like, can
then
you explain that process to us?
I saw the show, so the contestant you were going up against was also Mexican American. She was Hispanic as well.
From
So
Brownsville.
yeah, exactly. I have that on my notes. So I was like, both of you guys are from Texas. She was from Brownsville, and I was like, they would fucking give you guys like a fucking steak, like a carne, like prepare, you know, like you know, just like fucking watching, like what? That's kind of crazy, but like let's see what you guys got, like as far as like the whole preparation, marinating of the fucking.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, obviously, like I went to film this show like February of last year.
Where at?
Out of New York.
Oh, shit, nice.
So it's like a whole fucking year of production.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was like they reached out to me like 6 months before
Really?
that. So it was like, obviously they do their homework, and they want a fucking show, you know, so they're gonna do whatever it takes to like do like a nice show. And I'm sure, like how you said, you know, it's like, well, what do these two guys have in common? You know, I was like,
No, and that's what I kind of like. Well, as a viewer, like you're like, okay, they're both like Hispanic, they're both fucking like Mexican background. Like, okay, so like, what can we give them to make? You know, like carne asada, and like, dude, like they both like this is what I have on my notes. I was like, they both season their shit pretty well, and you guys both use guac, and I think guac like. We gotta say, like, I don't know how you feel, but like I love guac. Guac to me is like it's a fucking staple for me.
Okay.
Like I need guac and I need salsa. That's me. But that's me though. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I like-
if I offend you guys.
I like guac, but very little. I'm not big on it. I feel like it ruins a lot of dishes where it's overpowering, in my opinion. Because some people use too much guac, and it's like, bro, like, come on, it's not a fucking avocado toast. I mean, Milo, how do you feel?
Same, because I don't know why it makes my gums itch.
I'm
Oh, so you're allergic
I'm slightly
to
allergic
it.
to it. So
Mildly.
it's rare,
You know,
rare. I just need a slice of avocado.
You know what I found? That it's an allergen, but like me too. Like when I first started eating avocado, like I would experience that same fucking itch.
I still experience it every time.
But you just keep doing it, and your body fucking like.
It never worked. It never worked for me.
Really?
Yeah, it never worked.
Yeah.
That's why I'd rather take a
I have
slice.
some avocado. You want
Slice, a slice of avocado as opposed to guacamole.
Yeah,
What about you, Chef?
I think avocado is overrated. Honestly, And
It is overrated.
Yeah.
I think so.
Bro,
Hey, you know, I
think
fuck
it's
with
a
that.
fucking great.
I fuck with that.
And this
It's
guy's a
overrated.
chef.
It's overrated.
This guy's a chef. I'm just a fucking consumer.
Foodie.
Yeah, you're like,
It's
I fuck-
good.
You're just a piece
You
of
know,
shit, is what you are.
No, so
I gotta go. Fuck
It is
that.
good. It
I'm
is
out.
good. You know, but to a certain extent, like a little bit, yeah. But dude, sometimes people just smother it, and it's like all you taste is a big gooey, oily thing. Like, bro, come on. You know, like I want to taste the carne and shit.
Not everything needs avocado. Too.
Exactly.
Like
Yes.
you go to I don't know Chili's and everything has like a fucking guacamole in the middle. Like not everything that's avocado. You know, so it's like I think like certain things like a carne asada for sure. You know, you can have your avocado on the side or your guac on the side, and just I'm gonna fucking get a taco with guac, but not all the time. I don't think so.
The only thing that is necessary for me is cilantro, cebolla, and limon.
Yeah.
That's to me it's essential.
Like
Like
that.
on anything, like carne asada, tacos.
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
For me, that's essential.
for sure.
Way more guacamole. Way more.
Whatever,
Yeah.
bitch. You fucking
Get all
you had
mad.
a- you had a
Then
fucking-
we-
you fucking had a taco the other day of barbacoa and he fucking didn't have any onion.
Oh, but that was different. I didn't want to go to the store.
I wanted to call the cops on you.
You should have. You should have called the cops.
Do you guys have any like not like preferences as far as like food where it's like I don't need cilantro, I don't need I don't know fucking liver or something?
For me personally, I don't fuck with cucumber or celery. Really, that's it.
In any sense or like
In really any sense, I don't like the texture, or the smell of either one. They just
crispy?
I mean, I like crispy, but I just don't like the texture of it, the crunchiness, the smell of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I like crunchy, but I don't like the crunchiness of the celery or the cucumber. I don't know.
I bring cucumber.
That's
for
the
lunch.
first. That's the first I've ever heard. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
In
Those
all 14 years. My
those two, bro. Like I just can't. Like my mom makes me a potato salad like a little bit without celery and shit.
What about the ceviche? Fucking.
I try not to,
ceviche?
bro.
I was about like
ceviche, like dude. I had
shrimp
ceviche
cocktail.
straight up last night. I had ceviche,
Oh, she
and I was
did.
picking out all the fucking cucumber, bro. And I just can't, bro. It just gets too overpowering. Like it's too strong
Oh,
for me.
wow.
I don't like it.
That's crazy.
I'm glad you reminded me because I was gonna make ceviche for lunch tomorrow. All right, cool.
No cucumber, dog.
I'll make no cucumber. No cucumber.
Please. or light cucumber's cool with me. I'll pick it out. I don't mind. I'm not picky like that. I'll pick it out, but I'm not a dick like, oh, I'm not gonna eat it. Nah, I'll still eat it, but just pick it out.
It's crazy because like one of my hangover remedies is like I'll get a
Pepino?
fucking
Pinote.
verdote. Pero like I'll get a fucking glass of ice. I'll fucking put some key limes and some lemon juice and some fucking. I'll chop up some fucking cucumber and put it in there, and then fucking ice it up with water. Bro, that shit. It's the hydrating fucking.
That's a perfect
key.
question for me to ask.
Bro, that
Chef,
sounds good.
Chef, what's your cruda killer?
Anything spicy.
Anything
honestly.
spicy.
Yeah, like but to me, like what I always crave is like some chips, like those but not just any chips, like the homemade like potato chips.
Oh hell yeah!
Like the extra greasy ones.
Kind of like a papa loca.
Yeah.
There we go.
Those that come in a cup. and
with,
shit.
yeah, with Valentina, exactly. Valentina, soy sauce.
It still has a
juice.
fucking grease in the mouth.
Yeah, those are the best, bro. Those are the best.
I think to me that does it. Other than that, like if you want to get like fancy, like just like a fucking fat ass steak.
Oh hell yeah!
We'll take it away instantly.
Love me some red meat.
Fucking meat just goes
Oh,
hard.
dude, you gotta love meat, man. I love big old meat.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I love big old meat in my mouth, bro.
So, how did you get your start in?
Wait,
Oh,
I feel like we got off topic. We were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the fucking
Bobby
show.
Flay.
yeah. So we're talking about the show.
I was like, what the fuck? We
Somebody went on a tangent.
I would talk about. I like talking about big meat. What the
No,
fuck?
not you, not you. Me either.
Let's talk after the show.
So yeah, how did you get your start in like the cooking world, and like what was the inspiration behind it? Because my cousin, he's a chef. Shout out to my cousin. He's a chef for the Denver Broncos right now.
Oh yeah.
How did I know him? He was inspired by his grandma, I believe he said, because they would always be cooking up for him.
Yeah.
What inspired you? Like, what got you into What got you started?
I feel like that should have been the first question.
It should have been. Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good.
That's how we work around here, bro. Like, and then it's Sunday, and like all of us are fucked up.
All of us?
just me.
I'm just kidding.
Just as much sleep as you.
Fuck, bro. No, I was up late last night too and shit. But I was just fucking watching stupid movies.
So let's get into the origins.
Yeah, get into the origins of Chef Enrique.
Of Chef Kike.
Oh, did you go by Kike?
Go by Kike?
Yeah, like my family calls me that. Yeah.
Very nice.
We're family now, Doug.
We're family here, bro.
We're family now, Doug.
You're putting up with us. We're family now, bro.
We're like Olive Garden, bro. When you hear your family,
Yes, sir. Olive Garden, not olive. Olive.
bring out the breadstick, Milo.
So talk to us about your origins. Like, what got you started with your career?
If anything, I would say like my family was like the thing that made it make sense. My dad used to be a chef in Juarez, Maquila, and then he ran a bakery for a while, and then before that he was like at like a few like restaurants and stuff like when he was younger. But like what I remember was like he'd come home and like on the weekends he'd do a lot of baking. So he'd do like quinceañera cakes or wedding cakes and like cookies and all that stuff. So it was always like we were always in the kitchen, and
that was like his side gig.
Yeah,
like he had a fucking 9 to 5, but then like on the weekends he's like, I que seguirle. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna fucking take some orders.
And it was all pastries.
And that was at home, right?
That was at home. Okay. Yeah. So I grew up in Socorro, but not until I was like 10. Like before that, I was in Juarez.
Oh, so you grew up in Juarez? You're born and raised?
Born here, then raised in Juarez,
okay.
And then I came back over here when I was like 10. And then, my mom was always an excellent home cook. She was one of the best. Everybody says that, but she really paid attention to what she did, and she always tried new shit, which was like to me like mind blowing. But yeah, so like I remember like my dad like in the kitchen and stuff. Like me and my sister would just like help him like do like just bullshit when we were younger and stuff. And so it was always like kind of like that. It was on the back of my mind, but I didn't know that's what I wanted to do. It was like
you were just doing it, and you had no idea like that was gonna be something that you were fucking like passionate about eventually.
And then not just that, but like my dad like was like it was when like the whole thing where like pirated like
movie
came out.
Movies?
Yeah. No, well, like cable,
with the cards
like
and all that.
Yeah, like you get like when how did you get the box and it was
Yeah.
like you get the Sky or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was like so you started watching a lot of Food Network.
Oh,
and it
nice.
was like it was like that was something like instead of watching movies, we were fucking watching
he
the
was
Food
like,
Network.
I could do that shit. Like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah, no, it was like, and it was all in English, so it was like that's kind of when I started learning English too. Nice. And it was like always like it was always in the fucking. We were talking about food, watching food, like around food. So it was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't know that's what I wanted to do, but then like once we came over here, obviously I went through middle school, high school. In high school, I was a football player, Socorro High School, 2010, and
shout out Bulldogs.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And when I was a senior, I was like, okay, well, time to get serious about a career because I don't have the size, I don't have the speed, I haven't gotten any scholarship offers, so it's like, what do we do now? And I stumbled upon the culinary program there. One of my friends that I had for a class was like, hey, why don't you check out a culinary school? And I was like, okay, we'll check it out. Like, I'll go to the class. I went to the class with her, and it was like, there was this dude, his name is Zeno. I don't know if you guys ever had a Zeno's Greek Mediterranean from here.
Fucking love Zeno.
Zeno's a good. We just had a
Shut the fuck up.
I love Zeno. Dude, Zeno and his wife are fucking awesome, bro.
right there on Montana.
Yeah, they're badass people.
In front of the Cadillac. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are going on dates without me?
Yeah, lunch days, bitch.
Pretty much, Doug.
See how these motherfuckers.
So he was a
instructor?
teacher. He was a teacher at Socorro High School, and in 2009, and it was like this guy, his story is fucking wild. Like that could be a whole nother, or I'll have him come in.
Hell yeah,
Dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Oh, well,
I love that.
tell him.
Yeah, no, I'll bring him.
We're down.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And so yeah, it was like I was hearing about this guy, and I was like, this is fucking great. Like, you can do all this through cooking, like through food and shit. And it was like, I met him, and it was like, I saw the class. And I was like, I gotta take this fucking class. And then I got it towards the last semester of high school or whatever. And
It's like basically like a fucking elective. Like,
yeah,
I'll take this.
and when I was in there, it was like, boom, like something fucking switched, and it was like automatic, like fucking second nature. And this guy saw it. He was like, dude, he was like, yeah. I was like, do this, and then boom, I'll do it.
And you don't think like your upbringing had a little bit to do with it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like it was always there, but like that was like your final fucking push, like, you know, like it's always been instilled with you. Like you've always had that.
Like
but
you said, a switch got like something got awoken.
it was just like
awesome.
that final nudge.
That's awesome.
It was like I guess it was just like the hands on. It was like, dude, it was like two fucking dos costales de cebolla, like he's like fucking cut it all, julienne and caramelized, and I was like, I know what that is.
I got
like,
you.
all those,
I got you, G.
and then this guy was like, okay, like he's like, now do this. He's like, now do this. And he's like, hey, he's like, you've been fucking cooking before? I was like, I just fucking.
You done this shit before? Or what?
En la casa, unos pinches huevitos con chorizo.
Because in high school, everybody like fucking whatever. It's an elective, so it's like whatever. You know. But then he's like, he saw it in me, and he was like, you know what? He's like, in a few years, I'm gonna open a restaurant. You know, which was the first one on
the west side.
On the west side,
Yeah.
In 2011.
Yeah, dude.
And he was like, I want you to come work for me, and so I did.
Oh, shit.
I went to like EPCC for culinary for a little bit, but like,
So
I was
they have a culinary program?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's right behind
I've been at the
the.
restaurant.
I'm asking because I don't know.
It's behind the fountains. Their facility.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no, it's very nice.
Mhm.
And I was there, and he was also like the teacher there again, but just for like food safety or whatever.
The basic little class or
Some
whatever.
basics, yeah. And he was like, hey, he's like, I'm about to open the restaurant. I was like, if you want to fucking join, and I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, fucking give me an interview. So then I went all the way down over there on Mesa. And mind you, I lived in Socorro, and I didn't drive. Like, it was like my parents driving me around and shit.
That was the furthest you ever drove in your life?
Damn.
Oh,
That's quite. It's like far
like-
away.
It is. It
minutes,
kind of is.
yeah.
So
Like,
where was this
Socorro.
again? You said to what restaurant? Where
Zeno's.
Zeno's.
Zeno's,
Okay.
yeah,
Zeno's
on
first,
the
the
west
west.
side.
The first one, yeah.
And yeah, he was like, I just want you to fill this paper out, and he's like, you can start next week. And I was like, fuck. And I was still going to school. When I was like, okay, fuck it, I could do both, whatever. And so yeah, I started working there. We opened, and like right away, he dropped out of the high school, by the way, like as a teacher. So like they just gave us A's for that class or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
He's like, peace, I'm out.
That's badass.
Yeah, he was like,
Those are
fuck
the
it.
best.
And so yeah, I started working there, and like right away, I was like, dude, like I'm wasting.
God damn it again.
Put that shit on
Every
silent,
fucking
dog.
episode.
I was like, is that like the 2-minute mark? Or?
No, you're good.
No,
You're
no,
good.
it's
Now keep going.
He doesn't know how to silence his phone. That's
He doesn't know how to follow rules and shit.
And like right away, I was like, dude, I'm like fucking wasting my time at school. It was like nobody looks at like in the culinary world and the industry, like nobody cares where you went to school. Like they all care about like your experience and where you worked at.
Okay.
So I was like, I dropped out of school, and then I started working there full time. And within 6 months, I was already like a sous chef, and then like within like the year, I was already running like the 2 restaurants, like Montana and the yeah. So it was like,
Damn, dude,
it was all like,
Well,
like,
you were cut out for that shit,
Damn,
bro.
dude.
yeah, it was all super fucking natural, and I was like so into it. Like I'm still very into it, but it was just like the way that like I guess I would get into like fucking playing football or like doing anything.
But like,
else,
take us back to like when you were growing up, like your mom and your dad always had you and your siblings like helping out like constantly. Or,
kinda, yeah.
Like
but,
you guys were just like, hey, hazme esto, córtame esto. Like,
But-
you know,
but,
and it was
like,
just like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, as a kid, it's because like when you give a kid a chore, they don't know that it's like
for
like
real.
a fucking chore. Like they don't know that they're just always willing to help. So
No,
like
no, no.
so like I'm wondering like maybe you like with your father and mother like were like, hey, córtame esto, hazme eso, and you're just like, yeah, fuck yeah, like whatever. And then later on you're like, oh shit, like
Uh-huh.
you fucking realize it like,
it's like muscle
oh shit,
memory and shit.
yeah, like oh shit, like
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
kind
doing
of
this
how it
shit.
was. But like with my mom, it was more like she didn't want anybody fucking with the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
With my dad, it was like, yeah, he's like, you can do that, like whatever.
He was down to like be like, Fuck
Yeah,
it. Like, I'm done to work outside the box. And your mom was like, no, I fucking stick to my, I stick to what I know.
Yeah, she's like, separate the fucking beans or like, you know what I mean? Like, wash the
Dude,
rice.
I used to love doing that. When they
Some
sacan las
tedious
piedritas,
shit like that.
and you le sacan las piedritas and shit. That's cool.
Dude, I have memories too, like with my grandmother, like fucking, we're gonna clean
Separating
beans
the
and
beans,
shit.
yeah.
We're gonna clean beans and like, oh, what are we looking for? Like,
That's cool, man.
La
Yeah, I
tierrita,
I haven't thought about that in years, bro. That
Right?
triggered something. That's crazy. That's cool.
But so it was like, and at every level, like I would experience like a sense of that where it was like there would be chefs that would be willing to teach you, and then there'd be chefs that just like go fucking mop or sweep or whatever. So it was like, okay, but yeah, like I did that. I was at Zeno's for in total like about 7-8 years.
Oh shit, dude.
From when it opened to whatever. It's still open, obviously. And
Yeah, these guys went without me.
I'm pretty sure I ate your food because I ate at Zeno's a lot back in that era.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so I'm
I mean
pretty sure
I was at Zeno's East
Yeah.
in like from like 2014 to like 2016
Okay. Where was the East one at?
on Montana.
The one
Oh,
in front of the
okay.
Cadillac.
Yeah,
So then, yeah, definitely. Well, I would go to both.
yeah.
I would go to the West
Okay.
Side one and this one. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure I ate your food.
Yeah, and you never invited me.
Dude, I love dolmades.
Dolmades?
Oh, dude.
Those are good.
Have you ever had the ones from? Well, it doesn't exist anymore. Salma Faras.
Nah,
Dude, those were really good.
Are those
they have meat in them?
Yeah,
the
those
grape
you like
leaves?
them? Yeah.
Dude, I tried that shit.
You
I didn't
don't like 'em?
I can't.
Because it has a lot of cucumber. No, it doesn't have cucumber. It has dill.
Dill.
Dude,
Why dill?
I tried last time we went to Bisney, bro, and
They're good, man.
I was
What's
grossed out,
the
bro.
deal?
I can't, bro. Just
So the ones from Salma's, man, had meat. They had like meat in them. And they're very skinny. They're like no offense to Zeno or you or anybody, but those your dolmades were really good. But the ones at Salma Faras were fire, bro. Those are the best dolmades I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
I've never had any. Maybe,
They're all trash to me.
maybe you'll
Yeah, it's
invite
good.
me the next time.
No, I'm not. Fuck you.
Mediterranean food is fucking amazing, and I think that has to do a lot with my success too, like the fucking range of flavors that I experienced there, it's fucking crazy. Like there's a lot of parallels to like Mexican cuisine, but it's so much fucking spices, and when you really like take the time to like learn them and see how they work and see why they use them, like you learn a lot. Like I learned a lot like in those fucking 8 years. More than I've learned in any other restaurant. And so yeah, I mean, I was saying how I started, but that's how I started, and I'm kind of like just going like
No, keep
yeah,
going,
for
dude.
sure, yeah, man.
Keep going. This is fucking like,
Yeah, this is awesome.
dude, we're going along with you. Like, just keep going, man.
So when I was at Zeno's, like it was like the 7th, 8th year, or no, like the 6th, 7th year that I was there. Steve-O's opened up on the
Oh, yeah.
Casino.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
I remember that.
And I had heard about this guy because one of the guys that worked at Zeno's was telling me, he was like, I worked there too. Like he had a food truck first that was called Create,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
and
Like
it was
off
like-
de Trevino or some shit, no?
yeah, and so it was like he was telling me, and I was like, dude, that's fucking cool. Like he was taking an approach to burgers that hadn't been done yet in El Paso.
Mhm.
Like it was like gourmet, like you make your own fucking buns, you make your own your patties, you like all kinds of like interesting toppings and shit like that.
Yeah, just a different approach.
Like gourmet, like fucking burgers, and I was like, that's fucking cool. Like, so I was like,
There's
he
like
told me,
Pulp,
he's
Pulp Fiction type Samuel L. Jackson and shit. You know, like,
There's some real gourmet shit, Jimmy.
it's a good fucking burger.
Because Bonnie buys the shit.
And so I went to Steve-O's when it opened up. I was there for like 2 months. I didn't quite like. I wasn't as happy there as at Zeno, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just go back. So those were my only 2 jobs for like the first 8 years of my cooking career, and then I was still like I was still not happy with like where I was at. I felt very like, more than anything, I felt very cocky, like very like I can do whatever the fuck I want, like in cooking,
like you knew, like you were, like you needed to be doing something else.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
like,
for
like
sure.
You
A challenge.
You had the capability of being more.
And
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and it's not like, I guess in the grand scheme of things it's not a lot, but like I would like send cooks home because I wanted to run the whole fucking kitchen by myself.
Like I got this shit.
And like
I got
that's
this.
like, I mean, it's I don't think I could do it like now as good, but back then it was like fuck yeah, like
I thought you were trying to save labor costs and shit. But
well, yeah, I mean Zeno loved it. So
I used to do that shit when I managed Domino's. If you're like, you know what, you could go.
Yeah, I used to hate that shit because I'd be stuck with all the fucking late night runs.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like, to me, it was like I just need a fucking challenge. And around this time is I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Netflix show Chef's Table.
Yes.
So like one episode came out. Me and my dad were watching it, like how we used to watch the Food Network, and we're watching Chef's Table. And then an episode came out in Chicago with Grant Achatz, and we're watching everything. And it was like, fuck, this guy's fucking crazy, as badass. And then there was like a scene where like everybody was wearing like whites and shit, and he was like, my dad was like, oh fuck, I've always wanted to do that. It was like he never, like in Juarez, he never got the chance to do
The
here in El
opportunity.
Paso. Yeah, something I didn't say is like once we came to El Paso, he stopped cooking. He went into construction because he didn't have papers, and he never went back to cooking.
Oh, really?
shit.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't find like an under the table type of job doing.
He could have, but I guess he didn't look hard enough. But I mean,
Can you explain what do you mean? What you said about whites? What does that mean?
oh, like the chef coats.
Oh,
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And so he's like, fuck, I've always like that was always my
He always
dream.
wanted like the
chef coat with a
fucking
fucking
button
toque
up.
and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like you was wanting a Letterman way.
True. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
That's what it feels like.
I'll let
Honestly,
you borrow
when
mine,
fucking-
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, I was like, fucking me too. Like that's the dream, you know. And he was like, well, why don't you fucking apply? And I was like, apply to this fucking restaurant? Like, what are they gonna fucking look at me and be like, this like fucking Mexican from El Paso worked at a Greek restaurant, mom and pop? Like, he was like, just fucking apply, bro. Like, just fucking send them an email. And I was like, fuck it, okay.
What I gotta lose?
Yeah, and then I did, and then like right away, within like a couple hours, they're like, "Can you send us your fucking CV?"
Dude.
And I didn't even
Your CV is that what?
Curriculum vitae.
Yeah, and I didn't even have like right here is like all fucking resumes and shit, and I was like, CV, what the fuck? And I was at to like Google it, and I made a CV.
That's on the back of your debit card, right? Stupid ass. I'm sorry. I had to.
That was good.
That was a good one. And
Edit that shit out.
and so yeah, like I sent it, and they were like, okay, well, we're gonna call you tomorrow for an over the phone interview, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is this really fucking happening? You know? And then it was like, yeah. So they called me, and they were like, okay, well, we liked what we read and shit. It was like, how soon can you come to Chicago? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
Did you have to pay for that, or did they kind of pay for that?
No, you have to pay for it. Like they do offer like housing and all that shit, but it was like it's the process and shit. But like what you first have to do for restaurants like this, which the restaurant that I went to work for is from the group that came out as it's a Linea, Next, Royster, Aviary, and another restaurant, but they're all from the Chicago group by Grant Achatz, and it's like in Chicago, like that's like the premier fucking like the top fucking restaurant group, and not a lot of people like working there because everybody's an asshole there. So it's like really fucking cutthroat.
And why do you think people are assholes? Is it because like they fear for their jobs? Like, do you think that like, you know, like why be a dick?
Yeah.
Because you have to be, because like
Certain
you don't want
standards.
someone else. You don't want someone else to take your job. Like,
That's
what the
definitely
fuck? Like,
that's definitely
you're
one of
worried
them.
about that. Like, so like therefore I have to fend for myself.
Or because you
Because
can.
I see that trait in like a lot of these shows that I watch.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, like what?
The bear.
Like, yeah, like why do you have to be like a dick? Like why? Is it
No,
just-
yeah,
Because there's
it's-
certain,
you're
there's
basically
certain
fending for
standards
yourself,
for like
maybe?
product, ingredients, experiences that you got to do. Because if not, I feel like they'll just drown in the sea of
Or
fucking
walk-
restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Chef
maybe.
could tell us.
Yeah, it's definitely that. Like, when you build a culture, like at a restaurant, it's like, well, what do you want? Like, how good do you want to be? You want to be perfect? Perfection requires a lot of fucking pressure. Pressure, like, fucking goes down to like, I don't know, people fucking being under fucking on an edge all the time. So
I used to
think
be
that's
like
what
that
it
in
is.
college, bro.
Yeah, used to.
I would write my papers like the day before it was due.
Yeah, no, that's
It's off
that's a
topic.
different kind of pressure. But yeah, so it's like it's just a lot of fucking pressure, and I didn't really know it back then, but I was just like, I know it's gonna be tough. So with restaurants like this, it's like you don't just fucking start like one day and then start training. Like you do a stage, which a stage is like a I guess like you test the waters, and some do it for a week, some do it for 2 days, 3 days. I did it for 2 days, and on the second day they tell you like we want you or we don't want you, and but those 2 days were like fucking extremely life changing to me. Not only because Chicago is fucking crazy, but like the culture shock, but the way they handle themselves there was like crazy. Like one of the biggest things was finesse. Like they stress finesse. Like it was finesse. And so you couldn't I don't know per se you couldn't do that. Like you do that, you go home. Like you set that shit down with purpose. Like one of the first things that I had to do was clean the trash cans on like every fucking station. It was a huge kitchen. Every station has a trash can and they're all fucking metal. You make a noise with that fucking metal trash can, you go home.
What?
So no way. You take it out.
So you're walking on eggshells back here. Like.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Shit, that's wild, bro.
And you have to do it at 100 miles per hour or you're fucked. Like if you're not gonna do it fast, like somebody else is gonna do it.
Be nimble.
That was me last night getting that beer and shit.
Shh, that dog's will hear me. Oh shit, this is so fucking.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Keep going, bro. Like, I'm
So,
fucking fascinated right now.
So yeah, on the second day they're like, yeah, we want you. Like, how fast can you move out here? And I was like, well, fuck, I don't know. Give me a month. And yeah, so a month later I was in Chicago, and I was there for it was like about 6-7 months. But those like 6-7 months like shaped me like nothing else. Like it fucking sharpened me like crazy. More than anything, it like kind of brought me down to earth, and it made me realize how I said before. Like I was like, I feel like I'm the fucking best. That shit made me feel like you're nobody. Like
that humbled you.
That humbled me like extremely. So what happened was that I had to come back because my girlfriend at the time had lost her mom. So I was like, whoa, I wanted to come back and be here for her and for her family. So yeah, I came back. But when I came back, it was kind of like, I don't want to, no disrespect, obviously, like, but I was like, I don't want to come back to El Paso and then work at any other fucking restaurant and just kind of like take a step back.
After what you experienced, like you're on the highest of highs, like shit, like I don't want to come back down.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, what do I do? I reached out to a friend of mine and I was like, hey, I want to open a restaurant. I was like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, I'll look for a place. And we found a place downtown. Nishi Ramen was what it was back then in 2016.
I remember Nishi.
Yeah, so, and like it was catty corner with like the Chihuahua Stadium and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was like, fuck. I was like, 2016, we opened that and it was like, I had all this fucking, I guess, inspiration from Chicago and all this shit. And I was like, I can fucking do this shit and whatever. And that was to my fault because at the beginning it was very ambitious and it was like, I can do all kinds of fucking preparations and presentations and all this shit, which I feel like El Paso wasn't quite ready for yet. And so it was like a lot of like over accomplishing bullshit, like a lot of like fancy stuff that we didn't need to be like in a fucking ramen shop.
And elaborate on that because like, you know, you'll say that, but like, why? Because like we're just so like sheltered. We're like accustomed to a certain thing. Like we're not open to new taste, new experiences.
I think that's one.
Because I know here in El Paso, like we're all big on like well my mom makes it better. Like my mom makes it better.
Exactly.
You know, like we're just so fucking accustomed to like something, like, you know, and we're not willing to like experience or go above and beyond or like,
well that's what it
try
is.
something different. And like your experience in Chicago, like obviously fucking like opened up your horizons and introduced you to different shit. Like and you want to bring that back home. And it's difficult maybe to bring that and like, hey, try this, fucker. Like, you know, like
yeah. And it wasn't so much that it was like crazy shit that I was like fucking I don't know.
I've had purple fucking tortillas, bro.
That's the most exotic shit.
I fucking been to Taco Nectar, dog.
You think like when you did bring it, it helped kind of expose everybody too?
Well, yeah, I
culinary
mean,
stuff.
in my opinion, we were the first. Well, not in my opinion, but like factually, we were like the first fucking ramen shop to do it in El Paso.
Very nice.
And then after now, there's like 20, 30
Yeah,
fucking
there's a bunch
ramen
of them,
shops. And
You guys were before Kaidema?
No.
well, Kaidama was a bus.
That was a little bus, right? They were parking in front of Monarch.
Yeah.
I remember
Oh,
that.
so they were.
And also a barfly.
It's because I remember them. Like I remember them, but I
Yeah.
don't remember the one you were
Nishi.
speaking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. That was a while back.
Nishi was right there by Pint and Peanut and right behind the Santa Fe Bridge.
Oh, I was. You guys saw my
Shut
fucking
up,
ham shoe was
for real?
going. I couldn't remember
San
where it
Antonio.
was.
Damn.
yeah.
And so yeah, we were the first like brick and mortar like ramen shop in El Paso. Well, what I mean, like it's like not literally the first ramen shop, but there's also Matsuharu. I don't know if you guys heard
Yeah,
of it.
Matsuharu, yeah. In
Matsuharu,
Northeast?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's been open for fucking years.
You would know that,
Dude, it's so good,
Yeah,
man.
it's so good.
It's so good. Japanese
That
cuisine.
that was
so
a reason why I got into ramen, because I tried Matsuharu and it was like fucking mind blowing.
mind-blowing, dude. It's so
bro.
good.
So you're fucking like your level is like you've experienced all fucking cuisines, like all fucking cultures, all different types of shit.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean,
not just primarily Hispanic or Mexican
Yeah.
cuisine. Like you've dabbled in a little bit of everything.
Well, now that you mentioned that, it was kind of like in the first few years, I would say like in the first maybe 10 years of my cooking, it was very much like, I don't want to do Mexican food. I want to do like new shit and whatever.
Expand your fucking.
Yeah. But then it was like something happened, like something flipped, and it was like, well, why am I like stepping away from what I am? You know, like I gotta be who I am. I was like, I can still do ramen, but fucking, start. And it was like around that time I still had Nishi, and it was like, okay, well, how can I incorporate Mexican food? And I started like doing like Mexican recipes into the ramen. I would do noodles, like we would make our noodles there, but then we started making them with masa. So it was like you're eating like a tortilla
dope,
fucking
dude.
noodle. And it was like,
You gotta incorporate the fucking tortilla.
Yeah.
Somehow,
fucking
some
delicious.
way.
That
Yeah.
sounds really good, dude.
yeah.
That does sound good.
And
then of course spices, right?
yeah, spices more than anything. But I guess to just finish my thought on like the opening and like the over accomplishing of the opening, it was very much like not just like the customers, but like the staff too that I had. Like they didn't have the experiences that I had or whatever. So it was very much like why the fuck are we gonna do all this fucking prep when you can just do this? And like this is what sells, And it was like, whoa, like I didn't have an answer. I was like, I just want to do it because we can. And I was like, no, well, we can't. I'm not gonna fucking come in like earlier just to do all that shit. So it was like, it was a lot of
They
like,
don't want to do the prep work and shit.
and not literally quite like that, but it was like I could tell. It was like they didn't tell me that like personally, but it was like like you're way over your head.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that, chef? Like what extra? Not, I don't want to say extra, but I know you're going the extra mile, right, with your prep work. But like, and they didn't quite see the big picture. Can you give me an example?
So one of the chicken ramens, or the first chicken ramen dish, was it was called the samurai, and it was like it was just kind of like to me in my head, it was, we're gonna present like chicken in 3 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're all gonna we get a whole fucking chicken, but like to me it was like the kitchen gets to process a chicken like in different ways. And what it was like you get a chicken wing, but it was completely deboned and it was fried. And then you get a chicken thigh and it was completely deboned, but then it was braised in soy sauce in the oven. And then you get a chicken breast and it was grilled, fried, and braised. So it was like,
damn.
so it was like
hungry now.
What the hell?
but it was all on a bowl. But I mean, that doesn't. It sounds good, but it doesn't necessarily make fucking sense. So it's like you're eating it, and it's like, well, like what? It's like a dish has to have like purpose, and like, you know what I mean. It has to have like, in order for it to like be good and to sell, like it has to have a fucking purpose, and like just to have like 3 presentations of chicken just because of fuck it, like it doesn't make sense.
How spoiled are we, bro?
I know.
Our fucking ancestors were just fucking eating it off the fucking bone. Like no salt, no pepper, no nothing.
No, but I mean, like you said, it had a purpose. Like for you to prepare it that way, to braise it, to deep fry, debone it, had a purpose. And I guess what you're saying is like some folks didn't really.
Yeah, they didn't get it, and then it was like like the prices too. Like you have to charge for like the prep work, and it was like, well, why not just make it more affordable and then just do fucking fried chicken? And it was like fried chicken ramen, and that's like where like I guess where things started kind of like making sense. Like, how can we simplify shit? Like, that's one of the first things you learn when you get like when you mature in the kitchen. When I can tell somebody like when I can tell a chef matures in the kitchen is like you oversimplify the dish or you simplify a dish, and that makes it like 100 times better. So like for example, we're talking about guacamole and avocado. It's like you're gonna make a pulpo dish or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna throw some fucking avocado in there. It's like, why? Well, I don't know. Like, I like avocados, like, but it doesn't have to have it. Like, it could have, I don't know. Like, you could season it like differently or whatever. And it was like, keep it simple, you know, like Kiss, keep it simple, stupid. But it was like, you know, you start off with like a dish that has like 1,000 things, and then you bring it down to like 5 things, and make sure those 5 things are delicious, and it's gonna be better than the dish that has 100 things for sure.
Dude, nice. I don't know how you guys like eat food, but like me, like I always need something spicy with my food. Like I always need to add something. But before I do, like, and this is respect to like whoever prepared the food, it's like before I add anything to it, I'll always try it. Like I'll always give it a taste. Like whatever it is, like I'll eat it first, and then like okay, just to like you know like give kudos to the person that prepared it, because like I'm gonna try it first. But me, like I always and then after that I'll fucking add salsa, I'll add crushed red pepper, I'll add fucking Tabasco, I'll add all sorts of shit. Right?
That's respectable.
But before I do, like I always try it first just to get that initial fucking taste. Like, okay, and then let me see what's up. And then I guess just me, my taste buds is like, all right, this is what it needs.
Yeah.
But that's how I am, bro. Like, you know, like I don't know. Like
my mom was like the opposite. She was like, she'd get a dish and she'd be like, give me a fucking sauce.
Tell my dad is like,
but that's why
taste it first.
Yeah, bro. But that's why I said what I said, because like I know people like you'll fucking go get a dish, you'll go get whatever, un platón and shit, and you'll be like, all right, like le voy a echar toda esa madre, like you know, I'll be like, I'll try it first, and I'm like, okay. So
especially with ramen, because if you do it properly, like so much fucking work goes into like making the broth and making the noodles and making the meat. So it's like, taste it first, you know, and then like people get it in like fucking soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
And it's like, fucking taste it first. Like, okay, it's good, you know, like if you want a little soy sauce, fuck yeah, add soy sauce, chili, whatever the fuck. But taste it first, because just as a respect to
and I'm telling you, dude, like I'd fucking do that. Like I'll fucking try it first. Like, and then, you know, like, all right, I tried it. Now this is what it needs. This is now I'll prepare it to my liking and shit. Like I'll give it a little fucking sass,
a little sazon,
a little bit of sass.
How do you feel about ramen, or excuse me, pho?
I love pho.
I love pho, man. I gotta go with pho.
Which is it was a little crazy, like that was one of the things that was like a pushback. Well, I mean, generally speaking, like a pushback to like ramen, because it was like people thought pho was ramen. And it was like I don't know. It's like calling caldo menudo. It's not the same fucking thing.
It's a hot soup, but it ain't the same.
And then a lot of people have like this misconception too. It was like everything ramen, pho, fucking Cantonese food, Vietnamese food. It's all China. Comida China. And it's like,
well, that's just
ignorance.
That's ignorance.
It's an easier way to say it. Like la China.
Yeah. And it's
what part of Asian?
Yeah, like Asia's fucking humongous, you know. Like there's a lot of fucking.
You talking about the lady boys or what?
Shut the fuck up.
Like weed in your soup.
So I had a question for you, chef.
Stupid.
If you were to choose like a burger, homegrown burger, none of this Whataburger stuff locally, like local burger, what's your go-to spot?
Oh, that's a good question.
For just a burger.
You're in El Paso?
Nobody's feelings will get hurt. Nobody's
feelings gonna get hurt. It's just here in El Paso, just your local joint.
I just gotta say, like,
damn,
first tattoo.
I like that,
but it's not a local burger. So
okay. What is that?
A specific burger, but
he's got a burger.
Okay, we'll talk about that one right after. But what's your go-to burger spot in El Paso? Locally grown.
Locally, I would take Orange Cow.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What the?
Okay.
I'm the only person that's never had an Orange Cow.
You haven't had Orange Cow?
No.
That's a big L, dog. Big L, dog. All right, so then burger between Whataburger and In-N-Out.
We've had
I'm gonna ask him.
We've
because
had people come on.
Have we had him before? I'm gonna ask you guys. Have we had him before? Have we had him on the show before? Yes or no? Thank you. I'm asking them if I've had them. If I've had you on the show before. So I'm asking you as a chef, what's your go-to? In-N-Out or Whataburger?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Why?
That's a cleaner burger.
You see, and then you guys were expecting you to say Whataburger. Fuck you.
Yeah, bitch, because I'm a homer. Shut the fuck up.
It's all good.
I root for the home team.
Wait, chef.
Well, it's a Chicago brand now. So.
Yeah, true.
I'm just fucking with you,
Chicago
dude. I've had
Whataburger.
both, bro, but like I always
They're not the
prefer-
same kind of burger, though, chef.
They're not.
They're not.
That's it.
That's what I was gonna say.
I didn't say they were the same burger. That's what I'm asking. If you had a choice, if you're in fucking, let's say you're in Phoenix and you have Whataburger on your left and you have
There's Whataburger
In-N-Out.
in Phoenix?
I know they're expanding.
It's the same.
They're expanding. They're
Oh,
expanding.
no, but I get what you're saying. If you had the choice,
Yeah, like let's say you're cruising up, you're on a road trip, and Whataburger's on your left, and In-N-Out's on your right. Which are you gonna choose?
In-N-Out for sure.
Okay, that's all. That's all I want to know. I wasn't saying they were the same. I'm not saying they have the same taste because they don't. They don't have the same sauce at all, dude. But I'm just asking.
I'll
That's
always
like the
choose
national.
a little.
Hey,
In-N-Out.
edit this whole segment out, whatever.
Because how are you gonna say? Oh, do you prefer Culver's? Bro, Culver's is not fucking regional, like at all. Like get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, In-N-Out. Yeah,
In-N-Out,
it's
for
just,
sure.
It's just like a to me, it's like a cleaner, well done burger. And I mean, like let's look at the fucking facts. Like people have to go to like a fucking 2-month training before they start working at In-N-Out. Like
Exactly.
they take their shit serious. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying Whataburger doesn't, but it's not as like serious and well done as In-N-Out.
Cool.
And it's way cheaper too. In-N-Out's cheaper, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I always
And then-
prefer a little smash in my burger.
And then, so talk to us about your burger right here. What's that burger like? What does it mean?
So it was a
Or where's that burger
It
from?
was the first tattoo I ever got, and it's a double bacon cheeseburger from A&W.
A&W, dude.
yeah.
A&W burgers, yes sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So why A&W?
So
Talk to us about that.
When we first started living here in El Paso, my dad started construction or whatever, and sometimes I would go with him in the weekends. And one of those days we went to we were done from work. I was fucking tired. I was like, wow, fuck this shit. Like it was a Sunday. I was like, dude, why the fuck am I working? I'm like, I'm in middle school. Why the fuck am I working like this on a fucking Sunday? And it was like, nah, whatever. And then he's like, you want a burger or what? I was like, fucking McDonald's or whatever. He's like, no. And then like fucking pull up to A&W, like where it was next to a gas station.
Nice.
And then I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh shit, all right. And then like,
No tenemos eso en la casa.
no, definitely not. That's actually like one of the things. I was like, he would fucking pull up, and I was like, we'll just get me whatever you get, whatever. He's like, okay, cool. Orders a fucking bacon double cheeseburger. I was like, oh, here you go. And then like I fucking open the bag, and it's like that like fucking like aha moment, like with the fucking lights like coming out of the bag and shit.
I'll put fiction status. Like,
Yeah, like exactly. And I was like,
that aura moment.
the burger looked fucking perfect, and I was like, dude. I was like, to me, like this is a fucking,
Should I eat it?
it was like the
Or should I make
American
love
dream
to
right
it?
here.
You're saying what, I'm saying?
I was like, it was like to me, like this is like the fucking American dream, like a fucking cheeseburger on a Sunday afternoon. It was like I tried it and I was like, I almost fucking teared up, and I was like, I don't know, fucking 12. Or no, sorry, I was like 13, 14. And I was like, damn. And I was like with my dad, right? I was like, that kind of like too was one of the moments I was like food can be so much more, even if it's just a fucking burger. Like food can be so much more. So it was like, to me, that was like one of the moments that was like yeah, like look at food differently, you know. From now on, and from there on, it was like I would go back home and like even if I was preparing a chimichanga, like I would try to prepare it differently. Like I was like, let me look at what fucking sauces are in the fridge.
Did you focus a lot on like presentation too because of that?
Back then, not really.
Or is it like it doesn't have to be? It's just quality.
Like to me, it was like more like about like flavor and just, you know, like trying different shit back then. But nowadays it's more like all, you know, it has to be like flavor,
A little bit of everything.
presentation, yeah, obviously. So, but yeah, that's why the burger, like it was I got it like for my birthday. I don't know, I think when I was like 29. And I went with my dad, and it was like we both got our first tattoo. So
oh, it's dope. Fuck yeah.
Cool, dude. Going back to the A&W, did you ever go to the A&W here when it was on Mountwood? I'm on Zaragoza, right there by like the Chico. I mean, not the Chico's. Whataburger, Taco Bell, Chipotle area right now. Wing Shack, no? You never went to that A&W?
no.
Okay.
Why that one specifically?
Because I mean, that was the only one that I knew of locally before it closed down. That's why I was just
Well, we had one in
curious.
the north.
That's
So
where
it
you,
was a combination with
that's where you
KFC
lost
and
your
A&W.
virginity, or what?
Nah.
Hey, chef, do you mind if we talk about your signature dish?
Signature dish?
Well,
Before I get into your signature dish, Chef, I had a question for you. What's your stance on like El Paso styled rolled tacos, aka the Chico's tacos, the drown tacos, whatever you want to call them? Like, what's your stance on it? What's your favorite that you've tried in town, and what you just thought of it overall?
I think it's a very like good idea, like if done properly. But to me, it's like Chico's is, everybody knows that it's not like quality product. But I still go like once a month, maybe.
Oh, for sure.
Other month.
Still delicious.
But yeah, I mean, if done right, I think it's really cool. What I don't like is that El Paso narrative is kind of like, where do you go eat Chico's tacos? It's like, nah, bro. Like, that's just so much more to us than just like Chico's tacos. So like,
you want to get out of the narrative of like that's our staple. Like,
yeah,
try
for
something
sure.
else.
Yeah,
Like it's not Chico's, guys. Like, try something different.
yeah, no, for sure, and not just like it's like, to me, like the best food being made in El Paso right now is at home by moms and grandmas and dads.
And I think everyone can relate to that because like we were always talking like, oh well, my mom makes it better. Like the last episode we were talking about chile colorado. I won't eat it anywhere else. Like it's always homemade.
So
No, talk.
Yeah, no. So to me, it's like I wish more chefs out there like kind of like took that risk of, instead of doing trendy shit, like cook like your mom cooks, or your dad, or your aunt, or your grandma.
So like everything you experience basically is like you dabbled in a little here and there and like whatever, but like you came back to your roots.
Yeah.
Like you're like, fuck it. Like I know what I like. I know what's good. Like let me expand on that a little and like perfect it in a sense.
Yeah, and not to be like naive either. You know what I mean? You got to do shit that sells, right? So okay, sure. Have like a couple things here and there in your menu that's gonna sell. But then, do that, might I say, adventurous shit and cook like your mom, Like, like do the fucking chile colorado, or do the asado, or the fucking flautas, or the rolled tacos like your mom makes them, Like, take a fucking risk, like, what I mean? Not just because it seems like food that's, like, above you, like beneath you. I'm sorry, beneath you.
Yeah.
It's like, don't, it's like, I think more people should, like, kind of, like,
just expand on that.
Yeah, like, just take a risk on, like cooking like shit that that makes sense like that.
So is that why you kind of like, I guess, I'm not saying went that way, but I know Drew was telling us that your signature dish is chile colorado. Like, is that why you kind of went that way? Like, is it kind of like a family recipe?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk to us about that before we dip out?
Yeah. So the chile colorado recipe, the one that I made with the Bobby Flay show is nothing like my mom's recipe. But it was still like kind of based off of that. I obviously added like some of the Asian influence that I've I guess worked with in the last few years.
Yeah, I actually had some questions on it. So like Enrique was on the Bobby Flay episode.
Yeah. Beat
Bobby Flay. So like he was on the show. He passed the preliminary
the first round.
So like and you made it to actually contest Bobby Flay himself.
Yeah.
Then you went in and you did your signature dish. You wanted to do the chile colorado.
Yeah.
Which is like, fuck, okay, cool. Like you're going up against this, like, I mean, white guy, like I'm gonna fucking tackle him on this, like I'm gonna fucking do something. And you did.
Yeah.
And you're talking about like Asian spices, and like as something that caught my attention is like use cinnamon. And
wow.
And I didn't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my mom never used cinnamon, but like to me it's like I've always wanted to like see like I always want to see how other people make recipes and shit. So like all my chef friends, I have a lot of chef friends here in town. Shout out to Sims and Clay that were here on the podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And,
yeah.
So you have listened to us, or just those two.
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I love Chef Clay.
So it's like hey, like it'd be in my conversation when other people are talking about bullshit. I'm like, well, what about how does your mom make chile colorado? And it's like, well, like this, like that. So it's like I hear that and then fucking sticks to my head, and I try the recipe or
So
whatever.
you just try to incorporate everything, like,
Yeah,
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Exactly. Yeah, like, oh well, fucking cinnamon makes sense, like, or this makes sense, fish sauce makes sense. So something like our parents use is a lot of norsuiza, or like the chicken cubes or the fucking chicken powder, and it's like that's all that is like a flavoring plus
The bouillon,
plus MSG, so it's
Plus MSG.
MSG. And what MSG is like monosodium glutamate that like makes your fucking tongue like go like fucking explode with flavor. So what I did in the show, instead of using that, I used fish sauce, which is technically the same.
So
También tiene MSG, fish sauce?
Yeah,
okay.
But you incorporate
Naturally,
all the
naturally.
flavors like
Soy sauce.
and instead of using that, you incorporate all the flavors. Like, all right, what's in this fucking bouillon?
Yeah.
Like, so I'll do that.
Well, yeah.
Like, I'll
Well,
fucking-
the MSG is the what you're saying is like that's what really brings out everything, right?
Yeah. So it's like instead of using that, I was like, okay, I can use fish sauce, like and give it my own little twist, because that's something that they stress to is like, we want you to make your recipe, but like we want it to have a twist. We want it to have like your fucking. We don't want it to be like a mainstream version of the recipe. We want it to be your recipe. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it, I'll do this, I'll do that, and whatever. Something a lot of people don't know about Bobby Flay is like he's white, but.
He's white.
He's not a ginger?
Oh, really?
But,
Bobby Flay. I can't stand him, motherfucker, because he took Ari's girl. I'm just kidding.
Shut up, bitch.
I'm just kidding.
But he's like 90% of his recipes are like Mexican. No, not Mexican. They're I guess Hispanic. He takes a lot of inspiration from New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
That's what I've seen. Doesn't he have like some sort of like show like with New Mexico or something like that too? Or something like
I'm
that?
not sure.
No?
honestly.
Okay.
But
That's besides my bad.
But yeah, so it's like a lot of like when people go and challenge him with like chimichangas or whatever the fuck, like it's like he knows how to fucking do all that shit,
So he's diverse in everything. Like he's dabbled in everything.
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
his specialty is like
was
like using like chilies and using Hispanic products.
A lot of Southwest flair, you could say.
Southwest,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
that's
There
what
you
he's
go.
inspired by, like the Southwest flair. What I've seen.
Yeah, that's his restaurants for sure. So it's like a lot of people go in and like, well, I'll fucking challenge him with Mexican food. It was like he knows how to do all that shit. And the only thing that I had like that was kind of like to me chile colorado is potatoes, beef, not pork, and red sauce. So it's like that's what makes it.
So let's
like
get
what
into
he
that.
made-
So let's get into that. Like
ahead.
Enrique went into the show and like that was Enrique's shit. Like he's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking challenge you to chile colorado. And as soon as he said that, dude, watching the show, I was like, fuck yeah, like fuck yeah, like
you
he's
can
good.
see it in
There's
his
no
eyes,
way.
too.
There's no way he's gonna lose. He's gonna fucking fuck this white guy up.
Bro, he was on the group chat when it was airing, just like texting us. Like,
Yeah.
he was super fanboning out.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm sorry I couldn't make it out to the viewing party, but
This boner was out of control that day. And shit.
I was like, take out the Jergens, baby.
No. So I had a question on that
Yeah.
because we were talking about that before you showed up today.
Uh-huh.
Does a chile colorado have to be spicy?
No.
That's
You took my question.
bold.
You
There
took
we
my
go.
question.
Oh, my bad.
No,
my bad.
I'm glad you wanted. I'm glad you just asked.
I thought we were gonna like
No,
expand
yeah.
it. My bad. My
And
bad. Dude.
and that's what was on my notes because
Yeah,
like I was like so
He said
pissed.
no, so
I was
it
so
doesn't.
pissed off at one of the judges because
Oh,
yeah.
and that's what I had on my notes. Is like,
Oh, look, dude.
Yeah,
See
I know,
your reaction?
and I
Bring
was
that bitch
so
on.
pissed.
Bring
I
that
was
bitch
so
on right
pissed.
now.
I was like, shut the fuck up. There's no way my boy can
Bring
get
her
gonna
on right
lose.
now.
Oh shit.
We got a surprise for
Yeah, I
you.
know. So her rebuttal was like her fucking. She
Her
was
critique.
like, I thought you were gonna bring the heat, and I was like, what the fuck? Did he bring
No.
the flavor though? Like,
So-
Yeah.
She doesn't know. She
No,
didn't
you know
know.
what? That honestly, that was fair assessment. I think because when that it's 45 minutes of fucking hands-on cooking. Like there's no stop, there's no fucking edit out. Like when you're cooking,
and that's so
you're cooking,
crazy
like-
how it's so crazy how they recorded it. And like,
But
you
I
know,
mean,
like,
they edit out and they only show like fucking 5 minutes of cooking.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like,
But they do show like the fucking like
the chinga and shit.
Yeah. but so it's like when I first made the sauce, I tried it and I was like, fuck. I was like, this is too spicy. Oh, so I was like, I had to tone this, so I adjusted the recipe. And like when she said it was like not spicy, and I was like, dude,
I saw your fucking emotion. Dude.
No, but wait, time out. You said something that it's very commendable. You said that was a fair assessment.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's a fair. But I don't know, man. Chile Colorado to me is about the flavor. It's not. It's not supposed. It can be spicy.
The flavor was
it's
there.
Not supposed. It has to be flavorful.
Dude,
so like, if she's a judge, she's supposed to know.
I know, and it's so crazy because like I'm watching as a viewer. You know, like I'm not biased in any way. Fucking go El Paso, but I'm not biased.
Motherfucker, bro.
But like, dude, obviously we're rooting for my boy, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
So like the whole time I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker's got it, dude. Like I see him fucking sweating over there. He's fucking, he's doing his shit, and like they make it seem like on the episode, they make it seem like Bobby's like struggling. They make it seem like
he is.
He's like sweating.
Yeah, he is.
He's sweating. He's like, fuck,
Damn,
like I can compete with this shit. They make it seem like my boy's got it in the bag. Like he's got it in the bag. Yeah. But when it came down to the judges and that one judge said that shit, I was like,
Your heart
sinks. Stupid.
Oh, yeah.
You stupid.
That was something like the producers and shit told me. He was like, dude, he had this sweating. And not just that, but like when I was like, because he doesn't know like the dish that I'm going to make.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Chile Colorado. He's like, fuck.
And you
like
see
they edit out. He's like, fuck, are you serious?
You watch the fucking episode, guys. Watch the episode. And Bobby Flay was like, really? Like, really?
Yeah,
like,
that's gotta be a crazy feeling, man, to fucking have Bobby Flay. Like, he's a master chef, right?
Yeah,
like,
he's an Iron Chef.
Yeah, he's an Iron Chef.
And I was like, I'm watching it with my girl, and we're like, there's no way. This motherfucker got it in the bag. He's got it in the bag. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
They do make it seem like since the beginning of the show too, like. Because obviously I was there, but like the editing like makes it seem like this guy's a fucking hero, like you know. And it's like I was surprised because I was like I said a lot of dumb shit too, you know. And they cut all that out, and I was like,
what did you say?
Don't worry, bro. We don't cut any of the dumb shit out here.
Share the bloopers, please.
No, yeah, it was just bloopers. No, but it was like it was a lot of like. I mean, I was there for a whole fucking. It was like for 16 hours that we were there, so it's like
shit.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, it was exhausting.
One day, one straight shoot, just God damn, bro, 16 hours.
What was the toughest? The toughest for me, where I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna look fucking stupid," is when you're like sitting down and you're like behind a fucking green screen or whatever, and they just show like you're like in the kitchen or whatever. That was because I was sitting down for 2 fucking hours, and they just kept on asking me questions, and I was just looking at a camera, and it was everything else was green, and I was just looking at a camera, and they'd be like, how did you feel when you added cinnamon? And I was like, I felt good.
So get right now with Drew. Right now.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That's the same thing, right? I relived it.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
So it was like that was the toughest shit for me. Like the cooking was like easy, fast, and I had a lot of fun. But then like just shit like sitting in front of a fucking camera was like I don't know. Just tell me what to say, bro. Because I don't. They'll be like, okay, you can say this. I was like, all right, well, fucking yeah, whatever.
I'm not done to talk.
I'd be like, fuck your clique, fuck your bit,
fuck everyone.
Fuck everyone.
You're cool.
Did you have any other questions before we dip out?
Are we talking about chef related questions?
Yeah, chef related questions or anything before? Because
I do have one really quick chef related question, chef. Chile Colorado asado. To me, that seems like a regional dish, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't see South Mexico. I don't see like the Baja area making anything like that. That's strictly for like norteño shit, right? Like,
yeah. And I would say like more along the border, like
the Chihuahua
coast to coast border.
Yeah.
When you say norteño, that's like Chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahua. Yeah, because I lived in the valley for a little bit, and that like Chile Colorado and Chile Verde doesn't exist, dude. Like enchiladas are with fucking chili beans. Well, excuse me, chili minus beans. That's what enchiladas are. It's stripped out. So like, and only in this region, dude. Like when I want a breakfast burrito, I want two. I want uno verde, uno colorado. Like you know what I mean? And nowhere else. Like that's so. You
gotta throw chicharrón in there.
Nah, man. Chili, one red, one green. But for me, like I've always wondered, like not wondered, but like I've always wondered that. like it's just strictly to us, right? It's just strictly ours. That's ours.
Norteño for sure. I would say like regional here in El Paso Juarez border or whatever. Like our shit is colita de pavo and fucking we throw weenies on everything. So like
that's true, bro.
weenie burrito like that's strictly here. You're not gonna go to fucking. You're not even like Chihuahua. You're not gonna go ask for a fucking weenie burrito or anywhere else in Mexico. Like they don't make that shit.
Huevo con weenie, mijo.
Yeah.
Puro pinche tortilla con Winnie and shit. Fucking.
Algo, pero échale Winnie.
That's great. I never thought about that, but yeah, it's crazy.
Or like colita de pavo for sure. Like we're the only ones that fucking do that shit. Yeah.
That's interesting.
No
dude.
way.
I didn't know that.
Have you ever been to Lonches Cuaritos with the torta de pavo?
No,
They're a little bit small, I will say, because I'm a big boy. But yeah, dude, like they're fucking fire.
Yeah.
They're really good. Yeah, they're just so tasty. They're not too greasy.
What's it called?
Lonches Cuaritos.
Okay.
Where is it?
There's one on Alameda. There's one on East Lake. There's one on Mesa by UTEP. There's a ton now. They're popping up everywhere. But the first one was, I think, in the valley right there by El Bronco. That's where I went to.
Right.
Yeah, dude, that place is fire. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. Shit, that was something I was gonna ask you.
Are you high right now? Do you love this shit?
No.
Do you ever get nervous?
Yo, what was I gonna ask you? Fuck. You guys ask him something. Let me see if I can think of the
I
question.
think we touched on it last. I mean, obviously, we talked about last episode, but like,
Yes. Sorry.
but no,
let me before I forget.
Yeah,
What is you like when you're at home, off of work, you're not fucking doing anything for anybody. You're just doing it for you, maybe for your girl, maybe for like a homie. What is your go-to? Like, just I'm gonna get down real quick at home.
Carne asada.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Cool.
I fucking love making carne asada, bro. Like turning on the grill, charcoal. You know, even if it's fucking briquettes or whatever. Like I just like fucking light fire and whatever. Like it could be shrimp, it could be scallops, it could be oysters, it could be fucking. Not
So you're a pyromaniac and shit. You like fire.
fire? How do you prepare oysters?
I love fire.
Oysters on there.
Next question. What are you listening to while you're doing that?
I would say like just a regional Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if it's not that, then it's probably Cartel de Santa.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
And we usually correlate with like carne asadas with like oldies and shit.
Oldies.
Oh yeah,
Like, you know,
like that, that's just it's right. Yeah.
Your typical Sunday,
Especially on Sunday.
Your typical Sunday consists of like oldies and carne asada.
So something to me that's like kind of like I guess I would say like niche or whatever, but it's like to me like one of the things that makes a good cook or a good chef is their fucking playlist.
Yeah.
Like they gotta listen to good music to be a good fucking chef or cook.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
I like that.
It's just something about the ambience, like fucking,
Yeah.
It gets you in a groove. It gets you in a good mood. It's like that additive, like when you eat a salsa and it's spicy as fuck. What was that thing that you hear? Like, were you in a fucking?
no.
Were you mad?
That's
Were you
how-
mad when you make it? But you say it in Spanish, like, I don't know how, like, you know, like fucking.
I don't know, man. I like to listen to John Coltrane while I'm cooking.
Bitch, is that jazz?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Some people could dance to that. I know Chef Clay like likes to listen to classical.
He
music.
does. He does listen to classical music. That's
Bro.
right.
Honestly, like they say, like when you have a kid, like listen to classical type shit, like Beethoven type shit,
yeah.
like fucking.
Helps
It's
them,
supposed to fucking help with I don't
Calm
know.
him or what?
No, like it's supposed
Brain
to
development.
Yeah,
Kind of like
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah,
I see
and-
that. I see that.
And so when my daughter was in Pauline's stomach, I was putting Toto.
Some Wu Tang.
I-
Some Toto.
I was putting some Toto, some Africa and shit.
Some fucking Black Sabbath and shit.
Nice.
That's good.
Hey, y'all got any questions for Chef before we dip out?
No, I think those are my questions, Chef.
Okay.
Drew.
What are you? What's your next move, man? Like I know you.
Oh yeah. So any projects in
we,
the?
we didn't really dabble too much on like you had a restaurant in Socorro. You're now currently working
At Ay Dios Mío on Central.
in Pershing.
5 points, right?
5
Pershing.
points, yeah.
So what is Kike's next move, man?
So obviously we got the project in Ay Dios Mío. That's something that I'm extremely invested in. It's not obviously it's not my restaurant. There's owners to that, but it's my kitchen, my recipes.
But
and all that, and I'm
you're
invested
the
in it.
main.
Yeah.
You're the main.
The main chef, yeah. But besides that, we got a project down in San Elizario. It's gonna be a restaurant called Mija.
Mija.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mainly for my daughter, and then one of the partners. She's an only child, and so it's like kind of like I was like trying to like think of a name. It was like Mija, like you know what I mean?
Very nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be like it's still like I would say like about a year out maybe. But it's gonna be a really cool project. I think that I'm really excited to show that because I think people are gonna enjoy it. There's gonna be a lot of the stuff to it. It's not gonna be just like another restaurant. We're gonna have a bee farm. We're gonna have like a vegetable farm. We're gonna have.
Don't say too much, chef. Don't say too much.
No. I mean, I want people to get excited about it for sure.
Okay, cool.
So it's like it's gonna have all these cool things.
Something different.
Yeah, we're gonna be building it. They are building it from like the ground up, and we want to have like even like little Airbnb huts in the back. We have like a huge 5-acre land and shit. So there's a lot of cool things that are gonna be happening there. And what's really cool about it too is that it's gonna like double as a soup kitchen for the community of San Elizario.
That's amazing, man.
So it's like community first, and then we can get to play around in the night, do like all the fine dining shit or whatever. So.
That's awesome, and we're definitely gonna support that. As soon as you guys get any Instagram, any social media, we'll definitely plug that
already.
in.
Mija Eater.
We'll share that definitely for sure.
Mika Eatery?
Eater.
Eater.
Okay.
Mija Eater.
Follow.
I'm a Mija Eater too and shit. On the weekends.
I look at you like, this dude.
I'm sorry, I just had to.
I'm pretty sure you don't have a job tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure I don't,
You're
man.
definitely fired, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Follow my boy Kike. Watch the fucking episode of him challenging Bobby Flay.
Yeah, for sure.
And be on the lookout for another episode coming out soon.
Woo! Exclusiveness,
first.
baby. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, hit the horns, Drew. Hit the horns. Yeah.
I have expected you to hit the wrong button.
That was last week.
For
I'll
sure.
fucking hit you with that shit. What the fuck?
So one last we always ask you guys one question before we dip out. So my last question, I'm sorry, it's gonna be: you can only add 3 toppings to your burger. What are they? 3 toppings. That's it. And we're talking about burger, meat.
Bun, burger.
Bun, burger, bun.
Bun, burger,
Sorry.
bun.
Yeah.
Bun,
So-
patty, bun.
Yeah, so you gotta
He has a
add,
fucking burger tatted on his fucking arm.
add your 3
I know. I'm excited.
add your 3 ingredients, brother.
Cheese, caramelized onion, and kimchi.
Damn, that was fast. Okay, kimchi. We haven't heard that one. That's a good
You
one.
don't like cucumber, bro. Get out of here.
I wonder if you like kimchi because it's got the same texture.
I mean, I'm down to try it. Yeah. Or you can come up with your own.
I had one. I fucking forgot.
My bad, dude. It's probably when I interrupted you. My bad.
All right. All right. What's your favorite cartoon of all time?
Gargoyles.
Dude, Gargoyles is a good one, bro.
Forever, bro.
Gargoyles is a good one.
Lexington. What was his? A Goliath.
You good?
Yeah.
Who else was it?
I watched it in Spanish, but yeah.
That's sick.
What were their names in Spanish?
While he was helping his dad fucking in the kitchen die.
I don't remember. It was so long ago. But yeah, I just remember it was in Spanish.
All right, I got one. You can prepare chile colorado for one person and one person only. Who's it gonna be?
That's a good one.
In history, any time in
anyone.
history, anyone.
Jesus Christ, maybe.
That's funny. No, it's because I hope. That's what I'm here for. That's one of my fucking interview questions.
Yeah, that was one of the
Like,
questions.
no, it's like
The 3 people.
If you were to cook for God, what would you cook for him?
If you Milo's on death row and shit.
Why me?
Bitch, because you said it last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
If I was gonna cook God for something last meal, I'd be some huevos con chorizo.
Let's keep it to the original
What
question. Like you're gonna cook it.
Oh, he asked me and shit. Oh, I thought he asked me. My bad.
No, we're gonna ask Kike. Like, what was my question?
If you could cook chile colorado for anybody, who would you cook it for?
So that's a good one.
Right? It was right.
It
was right. It was right.
I think I would cook it again for that judge.
Oh,
Bring that bitch on!
hey, whoa,
What the fuck you mean it's not spicy enough?
We got beef, bitch!
I was pissed, bro. I was pissed at the outcome.
no, we fuck with that.
But watch the episode.
Did you want to plug anything
Oh, yeah,
before
please
we
do,
dip
please
out? Your Instagram, social media, anything, restaurants,
just
whatever.
social media, Chef Enrique Lozano, and I always post like whatever I'm doing there. So yeah, just that. I do Mio for sure too. Just check us out.
Cool.
And
And Mija when it opens,
Mija Eater for sure. Yeah,
for sure. Hell yeah, dude.
We'll definitely be there, bro. We'll go support you.
thank you.
Dude, Drew's been trying to try your chile colorado, so we
I
definitely,
am
yeah,
I
we
wanna
definitely
try
got to
it,
get down, bro. So
Where can I try it right now?
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen
No,
soon.
seriously, can I try it at Adios Meal?
No, we don't have. No. we don't have
Okay.
anything, yeah.
I'm
Come
dying,
on,
dude.
big
I'm
dog.
dying to try it, bro.
No.
Yeah, I really am, man. I'm a foodie. Everyone knows that.
We
shit.
had it for the watch party.
I know. I
for the
saw.
watch
I
party.
know. I didn't go, but I watched the episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we all know you did. My notifications told me you were watching it.
Right? All right. Catch us at bro.monroe.show. Follow Ruckus House Creative. Follow me, the.notorious.ray. Ray Ruckus. We got a bunch of different shit going on. Buy some merch from us. We got some cups coming, some mugs. We got shirts, hats. We got a little bit of everything. Just hit us up. DM us. We got Cash App. We accept cash as well. We deliver. We'll deliver with a hug. We got some free stickers. We got a little care package, whatever. So hit us up. Milo?
Yeah, follow Haunted by at hauntedbypodcast.com or
Aye,
I'm
way.
fucking up.
Goddamn. Goddamn, motherfuckers.
I told you not to wear a button up, bitch.
Fuck you, bitch.
Makes
Fuck
you
you.
like silly as shit.
Our sister podcast, Haunted by Podcast. Go ahead and follow us, and then let us know if you guys want to share any stories. We need stories. We need content. So please hit us up for that. I want to hear your stories. We want to hear your stories, and we want to put them out there.
Yes, sir.
You can remain anonymous. It's all good. Don't worry too much. I want to give a special shout out to Kike, man. Thank you for taking your time.
Thank you. Guys.
I'm a huge fan, bro, and I really wanted you to be a guest, and we got you, bro, and I'm super grateful and thankful.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll be back whenever you guys want.
Appreciate you, man.
With more chefs too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. Whenever we're ready for that, dude.
Yeah.
So catch us. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Deuces.